Anyway, welcome back to our anime discussion, and I think we left off last time in saying we were going to talk about the movies. But what was your Gerald?
What?
You
said
said
Oh, I looked at the chat. What Brendan asked Sam.
What did he ask Sam?
Okay, hold on.
You want to watch Spirited Away tonight?
I'm busy tonight, but I want to watch it with you. Dude.
He's like, I'm canceling all my plans to go watch.
I'm going to my
Away.
friend's house tonight, dude. What the fuck, dude? I want to. Can we watch tomorrow night? Gee. Okay. Anyways, keep going. Kim. I just called you Hess. That's weird.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Mini Hess. I'm sorry, Hess Jr. or something. But, anyways, last time we were like, oh, let's talk about the anime movies that we thoroughly enjoy, which is not specific to the Studio Ghibli movies. We can go into anime shows that have movies. Are they good? Are they bad? Are they a pandemic? Are they a disease upon our society? Let's find out! So who wants to start, should I say? What is out of the
I'm looking through my list right now.
I'm like, out of the movies we've seen, because like me personally, I haven't watched a whole lot of them, but I think a lot of them are pretty good.
I have one.
What's your one?
Are we talking about favorite anime movies?
Go for it. Sure.
What are we talking about? I forgot.
Movies.
Oh.
It was going to be Studio Ghibli, but
Studio. It was Studio Ghibli anyways. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's called Howl's Moving Castle.
I've seen it. Really good.
I've seen it. Really good.
I mostly just like Howl's like character development throughout the movie. It makes it so.
I need to watch it again. Did you watch it in sub or dub?
I watched it in dub because I watched it as a child.
Christian Bale is the voice actor of Howl.
Hey,
you know that?
Is he really?
Yeah. You know you know who plays the granny? What's the dude's name? It's the long tongue from Kiss. Long tongue guy from Kiss.
I'm trying to think.
Gene Simmons?
Yeah, Gene Simmons plays the old lady.
Really?
Yes. It's so funny. Yeah.
No. Gene Simmons is it is Gene. It's a different Gene Simmons though. It's Jean Simmons. It's because that would have been absolutely insane if that guy from Kiss voiced the old man. I was just looking.
I have the movie like on my shelf over there, and like it says Gene Simmons. I'm like, oh shit!
That is so funny. That is so good.
That is great.
Yeah, no, it's Christian Bale is Howl. Billy Crystal is the little fire.
Calcifer.
Yeah, no, they're anime movies that are like, especially the Ghibli movies, have really popular American actors do voice.
Because they're made by Disney.
Right?
Because Ghibli was bought by Disney. That's why.
Is Ghibli bought by? Do they own them now?
I think they own them now. I remember back when like Disney Channel did like advertisements for these movies. Like Ponyo was one of the first ones.
Ponyo. They bought it in '96.
Liam Neeson played the guy, the dad of the ocean dad of Ponyo, which I can remember distinctly because I watched that movie recently.
So what is it? They bought it in '96.
Wait, it says that they're the sole distributor. Yeah. So I don't think they own the production company, or I don't think they own like the whole company, but they are a sole distributor. So, because I remember I was recently looking at a list of all of Disney's assets. I think that I don't know though. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure how those rights all work. They might be in
control of the dubbed versions of these movies.
Yeah, that would probably be it then.
It makes sense though because Ghibli is such a massive company in Japan that they want to have an American audience. So I think
that could get it.
Exactly. Yeah, you guys already talked about this topic a couple episodes ago with all these companies and stuff.
Yeah, because like
Disney problem.
Yeah, because I don't know. You were mad at me for saying Ghibli. Or I don't know who it was.
I said Ghibli for as long as forever, and then found out it was Ghibli.
Because I'm like, I thought I was right because I had a person who was like, "Oh, it's Ghibli, it's Ghibli." I'm like, I've never actually
It's
seen.
It's like the whole GIF thing. I mean,
But
it's like almost the exact same thing.
the most recent movie I saw, I think this came out in January of 2020. It was called Weathering with You, and I thought it was a beautifully done movie. Like, I think the plot was interesting, but and in the end, I can't even get into the plot because it was so weird. But
have you seen Your Name?
have I seen my name?
I have not.
Okay, Your Name was.
Wait,
Oh
okay,
my God,
I figured out. I figured out what you were talking about afterwards. I'm like, oh, the movie.
Wait,
This mother.
you know what? You guys can go ahead. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
The reason I ask is because the creator of. Okay, let me look it up. The creator of Your Name. That's just insane.
I'm so
His name is Makoto Shinkai. I'm probably botching his name. He created Weathering with You. He also created Your Name, and he also did Garden of Words. He's got a pretty solid like library of movies that he's created. But if you enjoyed like the art and like how Weathering with You like looked and played out, you would 100% fall in love with Your Name. Your Name is such a good movie. In 2016, it came out in 2016. It is so good. The plot is so interesting. You fall in love with the characters. The ending is so satisfying. It is like the pinnacle of animated movies, in my opinion. One of the pinnacles. Like, it's probably contradictions itself, but just if you like Weathering with You, check out Your Name for sure.
Okay.
Like, add that to a list, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
I can't stop laughing about it because every time he says you'll love your name, and I'm like, I do love my name.
I don't love my name. I have 5 names.
This mother.
I thought that was the funniest thing because I'm like, my name. Oh,
lose
great!
my
What a
mind.
great moment, man. I do feel like I need to watch more of these movies because there's so many of them right now.
Let's just add them on to the fucking Lord of the Rings and Star Wars marathon we
the
have.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars.
To answer your question, though, you said favorite movie.
Yeah, go with favorite movie.
Okay, because my favorite movie. Okay, this is gonna be I'm gonna give 2 because one of them is just kind of like an obvious. I think my favorite one is Spirited Away. I love the entire world of Spirited Away. I think that the animation's awesome. I think the characters are so cool. I am a huge fan of Spirited Away, but I would say getting away from that. God, dude, there's two more I wanna throw out there because of the different categories. Like, I love Silent Voice, like Gerald was talking about that between the episodes, but A Silent Voice is like the perfect romance movie in my opinion. And then I love the Cowboy Bebop movie because I love Cowboy Bebop. But I'd say Spirited Away is like my top.
There is an anime that I was mostly following this anime because of an animation studio. It's called Marza Animation Studio. They started making like CG adaptations of anime, like movies. So I don't know if you've ever heard of Lupin the Third.
Yes, they made the recent one, did they?
Yeah, so it's I tried watching it. I'm like, I really want to get into this anime, but it's what's throwing me off is how old it is because this is like a 70s anime.
Yeah, I recently looked and keep going.
Yeah, but I'm looking into this and I'm like, this looks really interesting. But then I really want to watch this CG movie because it's like you don't have to. The only understanding you need to know is that like they're all criminals except this one guy that they are with. They're like treasure hunters and all that kind of cool
they're
stuff.
thieves.
They're thieves, yeah. So it's like watching
Treasure Planet.
basically. So yeah, basically, but it's just like this is more like set during like post World War II type era, and I'm like initially I didn't even know the anime existed, but then like when I saw, because I was following this animation studio because they had done like CG animated intros for video games for like a bunch of different companies, and they were all so beautiful. And then they're like, oh yeah, we're making a full length feature film, and I saw this trailer. I'm like, This looks really good, especially for an anime adaptation.
I'm looking at their work and I know exactly.
You know why I'm thinking about. You know
Oh,
why
I
know
see a
about
lot
it.
of Sonic the Hedgehog.
But that's the thing. My favorite game, which was Sonic Unleashed, the opening intro for that game is probably one of the best opening intros for any game I've ever played because it's just so beautifully animated. It looks so good, and I'm like, I wish they made movies like this. And then they're like, oh, we're making movies now, and I'm like, whoa, really? Bro,
Like,
they're
what
making a
the
full,
fuck?
they're making a full-length feature film, and I'm like, I still need to. Who sent me a picture of like this is at Walmart? I think it was Dave. Was it David?
It might have been.
You-
It was
'cause
either
you-
me or Nate.
Yeah, it was Lupin the Third. It was like a Blu-ray disc, and it's like, oh yeah, it's at Walmart, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, that was me.
okay, that's what I was wondering, and I'm like, I want to buy this because it's like, I'll even watch
The
it.
CGI looks really good.
I'm
It's,
like, it looks-
I think it looks good.
It stays true because like live action adaptations. We need to talk about that. Live action adaptations of anime.
You guys covered it of anime. Gotcha.
Of
Yeah, that's like Chernobyl to me.
it's like
Nope,
we,
not
like
going
in
there.
our Disney discussion, we talked about live action adaptations of Disney doing live action
Yeah, but-
adaptations of Disney movies, but this is
yeah.
more like studios coming in and saying, "Oh yeah, we can make a live action adaptation of
Oh,
anime."
okay.
shit,
Yeah, because there's
like
some
that,
big ones like Ghost in a Shell had one, I know,
Uh,
and a lot of people had some opinions on that. I haven't seen Ghost in a Shell. I'm about to start binging that this summer.
I heard that was
with
one
a
of
friend.
the better ones, but
Yeah,
that's not saying
yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
There
yeah.
was I know
I-
Death Note had one.
Death Note, yeah, but the most of the live action adaptations are Japanese, like they're Japanese made, and they're like Japanese companies make them, and so like they release only in Japan, some of them, and I know Death Note had one. The one you're talking about, I watched the live action adaptation before I watched the anime. It had nothing to do with it. It was like completely separate. Like it was really
Oh,
bizarre.
really?
Like the way it
Yeah,
ended was
literally
really
nothing.
bizarre. Like Light Yagami dies by falling off of a Ferris wheel at like a pier. You know what Gerald knows exactly
Yep,
what
I
I'm
did-
talking
I
He
did-
about.
comes
It's
back. and he's like-
ridiculous.
so to get Gerald caught up,
Shut up.
we went from talking about. Well, I went to hold the whole Lupin the Third like CG adaptation of anime.
Oh yeah.
But then now we're in the discussion of live action adaptation. Like they had this really bizarre Dragon Ball Z adaptation that was like really
No, Camden.
What?
Camden, that does not exist. Shut the fuck up.
No, it exists.
No, it
You
exists.
wish it doesn't.
Wait, what doesn't exist? Sorry, I was distracted.
The live action adaptation of Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Mm.
They're just looking at it. I'm like, that's
I'm so like detached from like see the reason I love anime is because animation. I this isn't even just anime. This is just like animated shows or movies in general. The reason I like anime, like at one point in my life, I wanted to be an animator. Like I loved to draw. I would make comics. I wanted to be an animator. Like I wanted to make shows that were on Cartoon Network. Like I love animation because with animation you can like break the laws of the real world. You can break the laws of physics. Anything is possible. You could do or be anything you want. Like it opens the door for so many possibilities for news stories that like break like what we understand about everything. That's why I love like the concepts of the complexities of Attack on Titan and Steins Gate. Like I love that stuff because it's not real. Like it doesn't exist except for in these. And so when you try to put it into the real world and you make like live action adaptations of that stuff, it kind of loses me because I think with like, I don't know, like it just loses me a bit. Even if you try to make it look real, it's kind of like what you guys were talking about with the Disney stuff, with the adaptations, the live action adaptations, they try to make like,
it's not capturing the same
Timon
appeal.
and Pumbaa into real animals. We don't love that. We don't love those characters because they looked like real animals. We like them because they were exaggerated and cartoonized and they had more character because they weren't live animals. You know, like I think you should keep anime in like animated shows as in that category. Like I don't like it when these companies try to just make money by doing these other live action adaptations, and I can't think of a single one that's actually worked. I mean, I could be wrong, but I can't think of any.
Like the whole when I was talking about the whole Lupin the Third, because you don't even hear about that anime at all, because that's a '70s anime that's become irrelevant at this point, and they're coming back and bringing it back as a CG animated film. I think it's going from one animation to another. It's more of an upgraded animation.
I think that
style.
works.
And I think that
I think that's fine.
works. And it's like, but like imagine that like if you here's a good question. If you were to see if they were to have a high budget film that was made by a good studio that you knew was going to take good care of a live action adaptation of an anime, what anime would you want to see a live action adaptation?
Cowboy Bebop.
That'd be pretty
That's
dope.
easy for me. I love to see it like if in like a beautifully animated or not like a beautiful CGI. I think it would work.
Yeah,
that's about it. Because that's not like I wouldn't say anything like I don't know if you guys have seen Parasite.
I have. Oh god.
I would that would be the worst thing in the world to see a live action adaptation of Parasite. Like I feel like that wouldn't work. It would look like a Resident Evil movie or something. Like
yeah,
they don't look good. Like I don't know.
If they were to do a live action adaptation of an anime movie, would you want it based on like maybe the first movie is based on the whole first season of a show, or like kind of take the entire plot of it and just smush it down into a 2-hour film? I think that's really difficult to like,
it depends on the show.
It really does.
It depends on the show.
Because
like if you made
still going, right?
Like that's what like if someone I could totally see someone doing this in the future. If someone tried to make like a Hunter x Hunter movie and they tried to take the entirety of the entire show and fit it into a movie, like I could see them trying to do that. It wouldn't work because the little pieces between each episode in any anime, the little like complexities, like all of the little things that happen add to the story. Like that's why they make seasons that long. Because like I don't know. I don't think it would work. I would hate to see them massacre one of my babies.
You'd almost have to get a separate plot just for the movie specific. Like if you try to do a My Hero live action adaptation,
can't do that.
You couldn't do that.
People would hate it because it's not the original story. People would hate it.
Yeah, same. Like, but that's the thing. If there's a set in stone story that already exists, so if you did like a live action version of Attack on Titan, I feel like they could do that.
They did.
Did they do that?
There's 2 movies of it, Camden.
Of live action.
Yes.
But those are I think they were made in Japan and I mean like I don't want to like generalize, but like usually those live adaptation movies that they make in Japan are usually low budget. Like too low for what they need to do.
The Colossal Titan looked really nice though, I can say, if I remember correctly.
If it like CGI'd correctly, it looked good CGI.
I
want to touch back on one other thing you said though, Camden, about Lupin the Third. Is I just wanted to say that I've been because I think that CG or the way they reanimated it, I think it looks pretty cool. Like I haven't watched it yet. I want to watch it, but apparently Lupin from the 70s until 2015, they've been periodically releasing seasons.
Yeah.
And none of it's connected. It's like all episodic. So like you have the first season, which kind of sets up the characters and everything. And then everything from there on, it plays out like imagine like Scooby-Doo. Every episode is like individual from the one before.
Really?
Like you get the gist of it by what? Yeah. So like, but apparently it shifts in its tone throughout the whole thing. So in the beginning it's lighthearted, and then in like the season that came out like in 2015 or like late 2010s, in late 2000s and like early 2010s, they shifted into like a kind of a more serious tone.
Oh, you know what connection they made, right? You know when they did the animated movie Scoob, which was like a CG animated Scooby-Doo movie, right? People were comparing they say Lupin the Third is the Japanese Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I think it plays out similarly.
And it's like these 2 movies came out in the exact same year, Scoob and the Lupin the Third movie came out in the exact same year. And it was just like, oh yeah, it's basically Japan doing...
And the animation style looks similar too.
I think it's similar, but I at least think that Lupin the Third was a little bit more... It
looks nicer. They put more money into it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, truer to the animation, 100%.
Truer to the animation, I just love how it looks.
I've heard that there was a Lupin the Third movie, I guess, that came out like in 2012, and it was like samurai related, and I heard it was one of the cooler movies that like cooler anime movies. I don't know. I'm just going off on a show I've never seen, and like I'm like one day I want to watch Lupin the Third.
I'm like now I'm
apparently
like
there's some pretty good
I'm
stuff.
like I want to watch this because it just looks good. That's the thing about like what appeals to you when it comes to looking at an anime, and it's like initially I wouldn't be interested in Lupin the Third, but then I see this CG movie that comes out, I'm like, this looks really good for a CG anime adaptation of a movie. This looks so cool.
Wait, I got a question for you guys then. What about like a mech anime as live action? How do you think that would do?
What do you mean? Like,
Pacific Rim.
I mean like
Ready Player One,
like Gurren Lagann kind of thing. David, do you think that'd be bad?
I don't think it'd be bad, but
Power Rangers.
pain.
Okay, if they made
God damn it.
Power Rangers, is that what you just
I
said?
just said live action anime. That's what that is.
Yeah.
So, okay, so what I the only ever, and it's it's a mech anime, but it's also kind of not. The only one I've seen is Neon Genesis Evangelion and the end of Evangelion. Those are the only. Would you count those as mechs or no? Because
that is like the icon of mech.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, like, yes. Okay. I 100% agree. But like, I when I think of mechs, I think of like Gundam, where like the entire like it's heavily based on the mechs, whereas Neon Genesis Evangelion has so many other things with like the angels and like so like okay yeah it is like the pinnacle. It's like at the top of the mech world. But what I'm saying though is like if they took if they took Neon Genesis Evangelion and gave it the budget that they give to these Godzilla versus Kong movies and made these mechs actually look beautiful, I have a feeling it could actually work out. Like I mean Pacific Rim, the first one, I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was pretty decent. And if you take that similar like if you make it look good and you maybe give it a little bit of an originality to its story while not deviating too much from what we loved about these animes and these series, then I think it would be fine. I would at least give it a watch. I mean, I'm not whether or not I like it. I mean, that's dependent on how it turned out, but I'd watch it. I wouldn't scoff at the idea of it.
So
I like new things like that.
So this is a little bit of an older anime. I know we're going a little off topic, but has anyone ever seen the show? Like I think Katekyo or Katekyo Hitman Reborn.
I have not.
Negative.
No.
It makes like like pre-Deku, like Deku before he got his power, how much they crybaby and a bunch of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He makes Deku look like Guts from Berserk at first. Just
That's
because
funny.
pretty much like the story is like pretty much a baby, like a mafia hitman baby comes in and says, hey, you're the new mafia boss, here you go, and drops it on him, and that's how the show starts.
Lit.
It's great.
Insane.
It's like 102 episodes. It's 202 episodes. 203.
You know what other CG anime adaptation I didn't realize that existed until I just remembered it? It was. Have you ever seen Astro Boy?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I know what you're
That
talking
came
about.
out. I was pretty young when that came out. I don't think I ever watched it. I remember it coming out.
Astro Boy the movie was good.
There was a movie, but the anime was old, like really.
Yeah,
old.
it was like
the anime was like in black and white, like when it first came out.
Mhm.
This was
Bro,
like
Sam was a fish.
this. This may have been like 40s or 50s anime, and then like, what do you? Of course, Nicolas Cage is in that movie.
What?
Wasn't there a
Yeah.
Speed Racer
He's done-
movie too?
yes,
Yeah.
a live action one too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
There was-
2008.
There were two live action adaptations of that
Yep.
movie. There was the really old one, and then there was
That
the
wasn't that bad.
the other one. Had John Goodman in it.
Yeah.
He was in that
Wait.
movie.
John fucking Goodman.
Speaking of saying live action movies that anime adaptations, Speed Racer is one of them that's good.
I never
Got
watched it.
It got a 40-something% on Rotten Tomatoes, but I never go off Rotten Tomatoes.
It's better than
I-
every single other one. So
They said
I've
El
never
Dorado
seen
was
the,
bad.
Yeah,
Well,
they
I've
said
watched-
El Dorado was bad. Fuck off.
did they what? Hold up.
It was one of those movies where I think the critics hated it and then fans loved it. Like it was like the Venom movie.
Yeah, they got a
And,
48%.
Anyway, oh man, I was thinking about something, and then I'm like, oh, what was it? We're on the topic of movies.
Okay.
But
I say we pose a new question.
a new question. How about?
I have it ready. I have it. In.
You have. What's your question? Do you got one?
I got it.
You.
Who is? Give me at least one of your anime waifus.
I can give you.
Can we do 3?
I have 3. I have 3 locked and loaded, like bow, 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 like ready to go.
They have to be. They all have to be from different animes. That's all I have to say.
Who's going first?
I gotta rank them
Camden.
first. Okay, you want me to rank them? Okay.
They don't have to be ranked if you don't want to, but I would appreciate them.
I'll just say Raphtalia from Rising of the Shield Hero. Mikasa. I love her. I don't care if people call her a simp. I freaking adore her.
Adore.
There was a scene in season 2 of Attack on Titan. I think it was the last episode where she makes a face to Eren that absolutely made me fall in love with her. And I'm like, don't make. She made that face. And I'm like,
at the end of season 3?
At the end of season 2, where they encounter the Titan that eats their
yeah. When she's kneeling down and she's like holding onto the scarf.
She holds onto the scarf and looks at it, and I'm like, oh no, don't know. And she boosts up on the list.
Well, we all know why she's a simp.
It's Mina, right, from My Hero?
Yes, the pink one.
The pink one, yeah.
Yes, I love her. Oh my god.
I don't care if she's pink.
All right.
I like those little horns. I like her hair.
All right.
She shoots acid out of her hands. It's all good.
Oh
Who's
god.
the one chick from Wise Men's Grandchild that I thought was my wife?
Oh, the blue-haired bitch.
Yes. What was her name?
Yeah.
Wise Man's Grandchild.
Name.
Characters.
They get
what the fuck is your name?
They get betrothed or something, or he actually engaged to her.
Yeah.
Fuck. Give me a sec. I'm almost there.
What's the name?
What the fuck is your name?
Oh god, dude, I'm about to expose myself.
Are you? No, I said Raphtalia is my number 1. What is it?
Yeah, well, mine's a little bit more.
Is it? No, I don't think I said.
What's the name? I need the name.
Blue-haired bitch.
Cecilian Von Claude.
That's the one.
Oh, she was so cute. She was so adorable. That's the only reason why. I don't care.
She was so wholesome.
I don't care.
Hey, Hess says Momo. I want to throw that out.
Momo.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy it's that one person. It's fine.
You don't like Ochako. You wanted to talk about how much
I don't like her either. I think she's a bad character.
Thank you.
She is such a bad character because she has no.
Yeah, but I also. I mean, I'll just keep throwing cans of. I'll do it. I also don't really like Deku's character either.
That's fine.
I think he has bad character development. They took what could have been. Maybe it'll get better, but it's been 4 seasons and it hasn't
has
gotten
no
better.
character trait other than being mad at Deku.
Both of them. I think a lot. Okay. I think
3 got more character development than Deku ever really had.
Yeah.
When he learns the truth about Deku, I think the character development gets better. But I do think that a lot of the characters in My Hero have so much potential to blossom as great characters, but it's just like they won't do it. That's the thing that makes me mad about that show is that there's so much potential for it to become like one of my favorite shows, but they just keep dropping the ball for me. That's just for me. That's my opinion. Like that's just like in my opinion.
I think there's 3 characters that drive it, like good character development.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Yeah.
Wait, let's get through the waifu.
Can we do let's do the waifu thing because I do want to talk about.
Sorry.
I kind of started that by going off on.
We don't have Sam's yet, and we need to get Davis
It's my bad.
too.
And mine.
We could go for another hour if we want.
Okay,
to, I feel like there's still more to talk about.
I will rattle off my 3 really quick.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna start it off with the biggest problem here.
Oh my
This was
god!
a gift. This is a gift given to me. This is a problem.
Megami.
I'm about to go to prison for this one.
What?
Megami from Konosuba.
Wait. What was the name of that again?
Megami from Konosuba.
Okay.
I don't have her here, but Makise Kurisu from Steins Gate is number 2. Number 3 is like I don't really have like a strong third one, but like maybe Chica from Love Is War, or like I like Chica and Kaguya from Love Is War. I mean, I like them as characters, but also Mai from Bunny Girl Senpai. I feel like Mai would probably be 3 actually. Like when I think about it, Mai is just a good. I like her character. She's just so chill. She's chill. And she's sexy.
Yeah, the funny story about Raftalia. I don't know if Brendan told you what he got me for Christmas.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, titty mouse pad.
He gave me a Raftalia booby pad.
Boobies.
Oh,
Booby
dude,
mouse
they've made
pad.
worse. They've made much worse mouse pads
Dude, our
than
friend
Raftalia
Nate
booby
got
pad.
one of what's her face from I forgot what it was called. It was like white haired. She wore like a blindfold.
02.
Yeah,
02. From
All right, I'm gonna send you this link. This is the most cursed thing I've ever seen. I don't know if you can pull it up on your. I don't know if you could pull it up on this, but I just sent it in the general in here.
What is it?
It's the most cursed thing that exists.
Wait, no, it's not 02. I lied. That's fucking Darling in the Franks.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Just go.
I gotta look it up on my phone now because I can't use it on my computer.
I can't. Hold up.
Fucking Sam.
What did Sam do?
Maybe I could pull it up on my phone and show it to the camera.
No.
Oh yes.
Sad part is I've seen that.
They've worn Levi too.
Yeah, they do.
I saw that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no,
Todoroki, no.
Oh, they got Deku as well.
Yeah.
Dude, Thicko.
Deco.
Look at that.
Look at that fucking face.
Oh, damn.
Hey, it's covered. It is okay to be on.
Shut the fuck up. No, it's not.
Okay, but yeah. Brennan was going to get me a body pillow of Raftalia, and you know, I'm kind of disappointed we had a budget for our Christmas gifts.
You know, so when Candy first got his mouse pad, you know what the first thing was said? Does Brendan know she's 10?
Does Brendan know she's 10? That's the thing. I'm like, I told him now he has to watch the show to figure out why she's 10. Technically.
Age is a figment of our imagination. In anime, because how are you gonna make it? How are you gonna make a 10-year-old that looks like that, dude? It just doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't make sense.
Technically, they're 700 years old. Then why did you draw them like that?
Bro,
what is this?
Fucking Fox bitch. That fucking Fox anime. She's like, yeah, I'm 300 years old. Motherfucker looks like she's 5.
See,
yeah, hold on, wait.
So you're the same thing about
you're telling me Raftalia is more problematic than Megumin? Okay, I'm good then, because Megumin's 13.
You know who's worse?
That face.
You know who's worse?
Who's worse?
Her name is
Sam. Calm down.
Her name is Yoko Littner. She's from Gurren Lagann. She is like 14 and looks like she's fucking 30.
All right,
it's great.
I feel like we're flying close to the sun here.
All right, I'm definitely writing
Let's just keep going
for this episode. I'm definitely
Wait, no, we're not sexualizing these people. They're just our waifus. Like they're like our favorite girls in anime.
No,
I mean, if we really want to break it down.
Okay.
If we're breaking it down, that's like what it kind of boils down to. Like I know a lot of people.
I get it is problematic, but like there are. I feel like they're
cute characters.
I wouldn't say the same thing about Philo because she does look like a child.
She's like a toddler.
She turns into a bird.
Yeah. See, I think that's the problem with animes sometimes. Is like there's this they clearly, I don't know, it's like they miss the mark sometimes with like who they're trying to sexualize or like what not with like their characters. I don't know. I really think we need to get into that area, but
so
I do want to hear your waifus though.
Raftalia would protect me with her sword. Because that is her job.
Only if you're Naofumi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only if I was the shield hero. Only if I was the shield hero.
But you're not.
But I'm not.
Exactly.
I can find my Captain America shield somewhere. I'd be considered the shield hero. Anyway, David, who are your waifus?
So, definitely Raftalia. Cute as fuck. I'm going to go Chisei from The Ancient Magus Bride. And then 100% want to be smothered by Shion from that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Oh my god.
I keep forgetting the one bitch from Overlord. What was her name?
Albedo.
Albedo.
That is Sherry's waifu.
Oh.
That is Jerry's waifu.
So
I know a couple.
Sam, I think I'm on you with this. I think mine are gonna put me on a list.
You already are.
God.
All right, I
was-
got my list right here of
Okay.
okay. No, I got 991 ready to call, so go for it.
So number 1 is Konako from High School DD.
Take him to jail.
I haven't seen it, but
Take him to jail.
Like,
911,
she's
what's your
like-
I know what it
emergency?
is. I haven't
Yeah,
seen it.
she's like a lolly, like Megami is, but she has the attitude, like a really bratty attitude, and it's adorable as fuck. Then you have what was her name? Shiro Mashiro from the Pet Girl Sakura So. And then probably Mina from My Hero.
Mina.
I don't know how. I don't know half of those two.
Yeah.
I don't know
Essentially-
2 of the 3. But hey,
I'm
I got.
saying
I
fifty
get the gist of it from off the first one. How you just first one.
You know, if it wasn't Mikasa from Attack on Titan, it'd probably be Historia. Dude, I was with Reiner that entire time. He was like, I want to marry her. I'm like, I'm with you on that one, man.
Oh wait. Since we're relatively on this topic still,
Okay.
slightly different. Let's talk. Who are your husbandos? Who are your favorite male characters?
Oh,
Kirishima
Favorite
is
male,
one.
just like
Kirishima,
Kirishima,
is
absolutely.
one. I want Kirishima. He is awesome. I love he. You know, the only reason I think
that's the red-haired one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm bad with the
Arden.
names.
the only reason I like Kirishima is because he reminds me
The
of
backstory?
Knuckles. He
Mm.
reminds me of Knuckles, who's my favorite character from that franchise. And
He had one of the best scenes in all of season 4.
absolutely.
The whole part. I think it was one of the best.
I think Mirio had the best.
One
scene.
of.
I love Miriam.
One of. I think it's one of like the best part. Just like one of them.
Levi's
for the
another
part
one.
for season 4.
Fuck
Oh,
off.
of course it is, Cam, dude.
You said Levi?
Dude, I love.
I agree.
I love the interaction between Levi and why do I keep forgetting
No.
Jaeger,
Kenny?
the other Jaeger,
Oh.
the
Uh,
freaking the
Jaeger?
Beast Titan.
Oh.
I love how
fucking
Zeke.
Zeke.
I love how Zeke
Dude.
is just afraid of Levi. I love that interaction because it's just like,
Levi is an awesome character.
love
He's like
Levi.
I think he's a great character. I think him and his him being an Ackerman and his like story of his family and his connection to Kenny and his upbringing.
Kenny.
Like I think he's got a really cool story, and I think he's a pretty badass character. He's like completely stoic, no emotion. He gets angry sometimes. Dude has probably like the worst, like he's probably had the worst time out of any anime character ever.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
lost like his entire squad multiple times. Like, oh man, I like Levi.
Oh,
I think it's a good pick.
I think one of my favorite videos was when it was like it was a clip from The Office, and it's Zeke driving the car, and he's like, "Okay, we're doing fine, we're doing all right, we're stress free right now." And Levi's in the backseat, and he's like, "How you doing, buddy?" And all you hear is this like, "Ah!" freaking like Zeke screaming. I'm like, this is great content. Because
Camden, I can make you like Levi Moore.
why?
He's voiced by Matthew Mercer.
You slut. Okay,
Oh, I
maybe I
love him.
Yeah. Oh god.
I
you
love Matt Mercer, and now
you
that
hear
I know,
it so much when he yells Kenny. Oh, I love it.
Kenny, Kenny. No, oh, that's great. But wait, I said Kirishima, Levi. Now I got to think of somebody else.
You don't have to do 3 if you don't have one.
No, you guys can do your list. I'm
Do you
gonna
have
think
your-
about my third one. So you guys go ahead. I'm gonna think about my third one for a minute.
I got my 3 right here.
Okay.
Number 1, Spike Spiegel, Cowboy. I love Spike. I love Cowboy Bebop. I'm a simp for Cowboy Bebop. Number 2, like Faye Valentine is close to my list of top 3, but she just didn't quite make it. I'd say Spike Spiegel, Mugen from Samurai Champloo, which is kind of similar to Cowboy Bebop, and then fucking oh my god, my brain's exploding because I can't think of his name. Okabe from Steins Gate. He's the main character. That's my 3.
I think I'm thinking. about my third, and I think he's from Dr. Stone. Oh.
You think he's from Dr. Stone?
No, because I'm like, which one is the one, like, because initially I was going to say Tsukasa.
Alright, I got you.
The freaking, like,
Big boy.
Big guy. Yeah.
It's okay, Camden, I got you. I'll take over. I got my 3.
Okay, go for it.
Absolutely, Kirishima.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen because he's a fucking dumbass, just like me.
Such a good character.
And then I'm gonna go with Diablo from.
Oh, yep. Of course you did.
From what, Gerald? What do you think?
It's from How to Not Summon a Demon Lord.
Nope.
Oh fuck, never mind.
That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Oh, him.
Fucking badass he is.
Okay, I know.
After we finish up this one, we're gonna open up.
Okay.
Throw out some unpopular.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I don't know
I'm gonna
what
throw
Sam
it.
just said. He cut out for me.
We're gonna do unpopular opinions, but
Ah.
I'm going to throw in, even though I didn't finish this anime, I'm going to throw in this guy because I just love his character. I love Bon
Mm-hmm.
from
Yes.
7 Deadly Sins. I absolutely love the man.
I haven't seen it.
You gotta see it.
I know. I feel like I need to.
It's one of. I feel like that's another anime people just need to see eventually. I only saw the first season, and from what I can remember, I just absolutely adore Bon. Hate King, hate him, but I do like his story with what's her face, Deanne. Yeah, I love that whole little mini story that they have, and I'm like, oh man, I feel so bad for him, but at the same time, I don't like him.
3. So
Anyway,
My 3 are Ishiki from Food Wars. I don't know if any of you've seen that.
Haven't.
No, but I'm not
Is he
surprised.
the red-haired one,
Yeah.
right? Main guy.
No, he is the I think the blonde hair guy that only wears an apron half
yeah,
the
the
time.
naked motherfucker.
Yeah, there's him. You have Ace from One Piece, and probably Yato from Noragami.
Okay. I watched Noragami recently.
I love Yato.
I need to watch season 2. I've heard season 2 is a lot better.
Oh, it's so good. Season 3 is
Yeah, I need to watch.
come out.
All right, so that's that. I do want to.
What?
you want to?
I want David to hate me for a second.
Okay.
It's hard for me to hate.
Let me ask you this first, Sam.
I know this is unpopular for a lot of people, but you go first.
Let me ask
what's
you
up?
this: do you think you can go for another hour? Do you think you pretty much got everything you wanted to say out, or do you want to go for another hour?
I mean, I could go for another hour. I just
Do you not want to? 'Cause
no, I could. I mean, I'm gonna be going to I could do like 30 more minutes, but
It's gonna be okay.
I'm going home tonight and I don't want to leave too
Let's
late.
extend this episode then.
If you don't mind that, then
Just a
that would be
smidge.
go to like 8.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll go to 8 still.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Okay,
if Sam
so
me to hate him.
All right. Why are we gonna hate
Alright.
Sam?
Don't get me wrong. I think it's good. I don't think it's as good as everyone says it is, like by like a long shot. Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't understand why everyone thinks it's like so amazing. Give me this. I'll give you this. Itadori is such a good character. I like his character so much, but in the whole, I think the animation's great. I think a lot of the music's good. I thought the first like 4 or 5 episodes were sick, but like it lost me. I don't understand why everyone thinks it's good. I don't think it's that good. I think it's kind of like a Demon Slayer where it's like good, but not as amazing as everyone says it is.
So I have a thing. So I think it gets good. It gets really good when it becomes the darker tones of the show it's supposed to be, like because it gets really dark. Like after like the anime ends, like in the manga, it gets super dark and super like bad. That's when that's why there's so much hype about it. Just because of like once people see the season, they read more and more and more, and it has so good of dark undertones. It surpasses like it pretty much. It was inspired by Bleach and all the other stuff, so it's kind of like the same. I guess like dark undertones as Bleach has, but worse.
Yeah. See, like the thing about the dark undertones is you see a lot of that in the beginning. You see a lot of that when you his name? Is it Sukuna or Sukuna? What's the demon inside Sukuna? I like him as a character. I like the mix between. I just love Itadori's character in general. Like I love that whole situation. I think that it's a unique story. I think that like the relationship that he has with the others. What's Megumi and what's the girl's name?
Fuck that girl. I don't even know her name.
I don't know her name. But my
Angry
point
girl.
being, like the first couple episodes, I love Gojo. I think Gojo's one of my like he might be fucking husbando. I don't fucking know. He's an awesome character.
That right there.
I just don't get why. Well, I mean, if people are mainly excited because it's going to develop and be this awesome thing, like it was like much better, then sure, I'm all in on the hype. But like for what we have right now, I think it's like I don't know if it just. I think it won Anime of the Year like last year. I think it won like Crunchyroll Awards. I think they gave it like Anime of the Year, and I'm like, it's first of all, the season hadn't even finished. This is turning into like a Demon Slayer thing in my opinion. But I'm not counting it out, and I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't think it's as good as everyone says.
I think we need to give it time. I think we need to give it time.
Yes.
Look at Attack on Titan season 1. That was overhyped for how long until season 2 came out? Like that was one of the most popular animes with just season 1 out already. And it took what 5-6 years from season 2 of people constantly begging for it. I think it just needs more time.
I totally agree. I will never count out a show that's not done. Like I won't count it out until I see more, because like that's why I'm still like as much as I'm disappointed with the direction they've taken My Hero so far, I'm still not counting it out because they still have a lot that they could do with the show. I mean, we all know that One for All or All for One, he's not dead. He's not done yet. We have Deku who could eventually become like the next All Might. You know, we don't know. Like there's so much that we haven't seen yet, and I'm not caught up in the manga, and it looks like you want to spoil something for me.
It's not that I want to spoil, it's just something I've seen. It's just it makes it so much better. It's a little I guess thing I picked up.
What's that?
Pretty much like in the one of the newer chapters, they did a sneak peek. It shows Deku on top of the building, like looking over the city, right? Has like this hero suit, like it kind of look in tatters behind him, and he looks exactly like Stain in the exact same pose. And it introduces the final arc of My Hero Academia.
I have.
Oh my gosh, that sounds actually really cool.
That's
what I said. I'm like,
see, that's why I won't count it out, because a show could be mid and have the perfect ending, and I love it. Like that, like I won't count out a show. I just, for the time being, like for instance, season 4 of Attack on Titan. So I'm on My Anime List. It's like this website where everyone can rate shows. Season 4 became the highest rated anime of all time for the run of that season. Now that it's over, the 4th season, or at least part 1, it's dropping in rankings, but it's still like top 10. I don't think season 4 of Attack on Titan is a top 10 show. Like season 4 was good, but it had its ups. It had things I liked about it, things I didn't like about it. I think like it's somewhere in like the middle. I'd give it like, I don't know, it was like an 8 for me. Like I thought it was good. It drove the story. It had a lot of good backstory, but like I don't know. I just see a lot of people overhyping stuff. It's just because people talk about it. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm the one who's crazy, but I just think I see a lot of things getting overhyped when there's so many other shows that are just so stinking good. And I don't know. I'm not counting it out though. I think Jujutsu Kaisen has a lot of potential. One of my favorite parts in it was when Megumi went crazy and did his domain expansion and the fight against that one
special grade.
The special grade. Like I love that was the point where I was like, okay, I think that this has some legs on it.
Her name was Nobara. That was the chick's name.
Still, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, she hasn't developed really well either. I think she will though. I know a lot of people who love her though, and it's like, why? She hasn't done anything.
Maki.
Yes, I love those sisters. I love the sisters. Those are two of my favorite characters. They're so badass. That scene when they're fighting during like the what was it called? I don't know, the event or whatever they were doing.
The summer festival or whatever.
Yes, when she's fighting the blue-haired, was it the blue-haired chick? When she's got like she gets her staff broken half, and she's that's so cool. I love that part.
Oh, what was the one dude? I think his name is Tomoe. But when he
him and Itadori.
No, the cursed speech guy.
Oh, he's cool. That is such a cool
blast
character.
away and just gone. I love it so much.
Love that. And then also Itadori in his relationship with Toto. I think that's so funny. Like Like him like saying like that they're brothers and best friends now because Itadori said he likes tall women with big butts. So funny.
What is it? Did you hear about the one theory with Itadori and his domain expansion thing with Toto and that?
Mm-mm.
Pretty much, they think is like he's like, is a passive domain expansion. This theory is pretty much like change the memories of people.
Who can?
Itadori. His
Itadori
domain
can?
expansion. Yeah, it's a passive thing that can change the memories of people. Because remember that
Interesting.
flashback that Toto had? He keeps having more and more flashbacks, just like them being friends in middle school. And
Oh, that
Sam,
would make sense. I like that.
You went mute for a second.
Oh, my bad. I liked that part though.
It was a
That's what I was
great
saying.
theory.
All right, we're just kind of like going. We're just rambling at this point. What's the next topic? We got to have one locked in the chamber.
What?
My hero.
I lost all I lost all focus.
Camden was just on
I
autopilot.
was just kind of like sitting here, like, what are you guys talking about?
It's
No,
so
here's
it
the
was
thing.
so like specific to the show.
People who can like listen in and watch this later on will just either like watch me just sitting there, but like people listening to this will be like, oh yeah, they're interested in what these two have to talk about. I'm just like, what do I say? Where do I go with? We didn't talk about the soundtracks at all.
No, we didn't.
We never really got into it.
Let's do that. I like
to
that.
talk about mostly like openings and opening and closings. And out of any anime I've really watched, the only ones I've genuinely enjoyed are the My Hero openings and closings mostly. Like
I think that's fun. That's fair.
I do also want to say it's like I think every anime's like first half of the season intro is better than the second half, at least in My Hero's opinion. But
Yeah, so far season 5 sucks for intro.
Really?
It gave me
I fucking hate it.
it gives me
like it.
season 2 vibes.
Peace sign.
That's
Peace sign.
only way I'm kind of getting past it, because it's like, oh yeah, Nate Wants to Battle could probably do a good cover of that. But I think another good one, I love Rising of the Shield Heroes first opening. Attack on Titan, I love their first one and their season 2 opening.
I like
Season 4 opening wasn't as good as everyone. Season 4 opening sucked.
Season 3 Red Swan is the best.
So good.
I love it.
So good. I heard a cello version of it one time. Like someone did a cello cover. It was so good. So good.
I still think out of every Attack on Titan opening, the first one is, in my opinion, I think the first one's better than the second season.
I genuinely think my favorite opening that I've ever heard, song-wise, is actually Jujutsu Kaisen's first half of the season opening. I think that whole opening is just so good. I have that song in Spotify. Like I listen to it casually. I love that song.
I like the first ending over the opening, to be honest.
The ending? Oh, the ending is great too. No, I was just saying for openings, I think the opening and ending of that is probably the best combination. Like best opening ending of any like I don't know, just best opening ending I've ever seen.
Dr. Stone had a really
love that animation at the end of it.
Dr. Stone's openings for the first season were pretty good. I like the first one. The second season's opening is okay. I love the closing of it though, much better than its opening, because I just love how it sounds. Because it starts out like kind of soft and quiet, but then it gets hype as the song keeps going. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome! And the animation that goes with it is perfect. Like the way it's animated next to the music, I think is perfect. In terms of opening, I
think David can agree with me. One of the best, at least in my opinion, openings is Gurren Lagann.
Yeah,
I fucking love it. It's so good.
Here, I got one for you. I'll say the quote-unquote emo, which would be equivalent to me saying the Black Parade. I'm gonna go with Unravel for Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
Is that the one that goes?
I pissed off Sherry with that one.
I think everyone can say that's a really amazing opening. Like the song in general.
It's passionate. It's a passionate opening. I agree.
Have you heard the acoustic version? Oh my god.
Do you think like English dubs, not English dubs, but like people doing covers of these songs are better in a way? I know, because like when you start trying to sing because you obviously can't sing along with the Japanese version unless you're absolutely like studying how they say it.
Yeah.
But like you have people like Nathan Sharp who does a bunch of covers with different people. I think he does a great job in terms of that. He does all the My Hero openings, which I think he does a great job with. But yeah, shout out to Nathan Sharp. Check his stuff out. Check out his anime openings. He does English stuff of anime openings, but
Him and Amelie or Lian Lee.
yeah, they
love
did
that.
the one with Rising of the Shield Hero, and I love
Yeah.
it.
I love her voice.
I think another topic we should talk about is just OSTs in general. Like your favorite overall OST for the whole show, not just an opening and ending.
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. It's a good one. It's a good choice.
I really like that one.
It's really good.
That one or what was it? I really do like Rising of the Shield Heroes OST. Or it's either that or Dr. Stone's.
Oh, hey, Rising of the Shield Hero. One of my favorite composers did that. Kevin Penkin. Yep, Kevin Penkin he did
no wonder I like it so much.
He did Made in Abyss. And he also did Tower of God, which came out recently.
Oh, nice.
He won OST of the year for Tower of God.
Oh, that's cool.
There's a reason you like it. The dude's talented.
There's a reason I like Rising of the Shield Hero.
I'm a huge fan of his.
Mine have to be K Project. I love it.
I'm gonna go with Bleach.
Yeah, there's so much I haven't seen. Bleach has a good soundtrack. I was listening to it before I got on here. I haven't even seen Bleach.
Rising of the Shield Hero.
I'm listening to the music.
Of all of them from Bleach, though, I'm gonna have to say Ichigo's theme itself is my favorite, number one.
Yep.
All right.
See,
I have mine.
you got yours? Oh, he's got the vinyl of it. He's showing us the vinyl.
Cowboy Bebop vinyl. I love Yoko Kanno. Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
Unreal.
yeah.
Anyways,
Looking gorgeous.
Cowboy
Censored.
Bebop's OST, I absolutely love it. And then also I would say that anything by Kevin Penkin. I personally think that out of the three he's done, I think that Shield Hero is on the lower end.
Thank you.
But it's still good nonetheless. I just think Tower of God had just an absolutely insane soundtrack, and then Steins Gate's music is beautiful too. So, but I'd say probably Cowboy Bebop's number one for me. Opening Tank.
Can I bring up a point real quick?
What?
So remember older animes like early 2000s, how like we used to watch it on like 4Kids in the morning, Saturday cartoons, everything like Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon,
Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh, motherfucker.
So all those were originally in Japanese,
Sonic
and
X.
we all knew them English, and Sonic X, and we didn't know any difference. So just, like that process, I think, is really cool. How like we didn't know the difference between like there was like anime as a whole was
Yeah, because you know
Saturday cartoons.
Because I think about Pokemon and like Sonic X because they had their own Japanese intros, but you have the Pokemon theme song stuck in your head now. You even have Gotta Go Fast stuck in your head. Everybody's got that stuck in their head. Gotta go fast, but like
Dragon Soul,
Beyblade, bro,
Beyblade,
loud and rap, lights fly. Oh god! Oh, there goes my hair.
Face off!
It's been the battle, us down, no place for backing down.
This is actually a really good. I think that's a good transition. I have sub or dub.
Okay.
It depends on the show. It depends on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, so My Hero, I immediately went into subbed because, as I said, that was the first anime I got back into anime. And I couldn't find a dub because I wanted to watch it in dub, but I only watched it subbed. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. Then animes after that I started watching. I think the only anime I genuinely enjoyed watching in dubbed was Rising of the Shield Hero. I think that has a really good dub. For what
I
it
agree.
is.
I forget his name. I like his voice character.
Because
his dub the dub. Yeah.
Not
No, I mean like no. Because I like his dub.
I think in terms of what people watch, it's weird because when you're listening to subbed, you're not really focusing on the voice too much. You're more focusing on reading the words of that they're saying and kind of picturing the voice in your head that would fit them. unless you hear the dub version, you kind of know what the voice is. And then you're watching the dub, you're focusing on what they're saying and how they're saying it, rather than like reading it off the screen, right? And I get both ways. I get it. If you, I'm not gonna criticize anyone for watching dub because that's just easier for people.
Yeah.
And it's like, sure, there's
Agree.
the privilege of watching subbed before dubbed because subbed comes out first and then dubbed for some animes. Because like my sister can't watch the new My Hero episodes because she only watches it in dub.
Yep.
And I can watch it the day it comes out on sub because that's the advantage I have if I'm willing to watch it in sub.
Total advantage.
Kim, I think I have to disagree with you on one thing though. How you say you don't focus on the voice, because at least for me, I guess the reading is just passive. It's just passive. I'm more focused on the voices and the emotion behind each word more than just reading it.
Well,
It's like instinct kind of thing. It's like autopilot. It's just it's already there.
I feel like it depends on the scene. Like if there's a scene that is like more focused on plot point than anything else, like if it's a fight scene, you care more about the passion behind the character's voice. Because like you'll hear Eren screaming and turning into a Titan. I like hearing that. But when it comes to key plot points and they're just sitting in a room talking about like lore of certain things, about more informational stuff, I'm not really paying attention to their voice. I'm paying attention to that information.
I think that I mean, obviously it sucks to have to. I mean, no one really wants to read watching a show. No one wants to do that. However, I feel like you are getting a lot more of the original emotion and what they're like. Because here's the thing about sub and just like any dubbing in general, is when they're sitting in the studio, when they're creating these shows, they're getting points on how to sound or like what emotion to put into which words, when and where. And so you're getting that raw emotion in sub. And then when it's dubbed, they're not getting those same points of when to be emotional here, where that. And sometimes like the translations don't match up to make sense to yell certain words or whatever. So like I think that there's a little bit it's a little lacking with dub, but I see like the downsides of both. Like obviously you're not going to get the same like original emotion in the dub, but you have to read during the sub. Recently I watched only dub for forever, and recently I'm getting into sub just because I think Japanese is a cool sounding language, and I feel like it adds to what's going on in the animation. Yeah, like that. They sound badass. What am I gonna say? Like, I mean, I like the way that
the aesthetic of the characters because
it definitely does.
That's the point, because that's their country of origin is. That's how they're supposed to sound, and I feel like they just sound better that way because they're animated that way. And
but some dub. Oh, sorry.
No. I think I like some dub. I do believe. It's hard to say if there's a dub that's better than the.
There is one.
Yeah,
and it's widely regarded.
As I said, it's hard to say, but I don't doubt that it's out there.
Cowboy Bebop is widely regarded as better than the original. Like they say that the dub is better than the sub. Does that mean? It probably means that the original, like the sub, it probably means the original voice actors did a bad job. I don't know. Like, does it really mean the dub's that much better? Or does it mean that the original voice actors just weren't good? Who knows? It's all up in the air. But there is dub that's good. I mean, like, I haven't watched Bleach, but I've heard that the dub is pretty decent.
I watched
like the dub for Cowboy Bebop fits that 90s vibe. I don't know why. Like, I mean, the guy who voices Tank Dempsey does the voice of Spike Spiegel. Ooh. He also does Mugen. I love that. I think he's a good voice actor, but I think that first of all, I think anyone should watch it however you want. If you're watching anime, you're watching anime. Like, I don't think it matters how you consume it. Consume it the way you want to. I think for me personally, I enjoy it a little bit more lately watching in sub. I've actually gone out of my way to watch sub now. So like, that's something that just I want to do. However, like there's some that I'll watch it in, there's some that I'll watch it in dub. I think that this is like kind of similar to the console wars. Like, it doesn't matter what console you're playing on as long as you're gaming. Doesn't matter. You're still part of the community. It doesn't matter if you're watching it in sub or dub. Just enjoy it. You can still have conversations about the show either way.
I will never be like, oh, you're watching it in sub or you're watching it in dub. I'll like never be like that. As long as you're watching it, that's fine. Like, I don't care
If
how
you make
you're
fun of
watching it.
people,
You'll be watching.
you make
it
fun of
all-
people for watching dub, then you're a nerd. You suck. Boo.
What is it? One of our friends only watches dub, right? And then shits on us for watching sub.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the funny
weird.
part.
That's like the reverse. It's like the
I'll tell you that
reverse being a dick.
David, I think you know who it is.
Yeah, I was gonna put it in the 4 bars chat.
I'm like, okay,
Is it a friend or an old friend?
old friend.
Oh,
We don't need
that
to
bitch,
expose
yeah.
them on this.
I'm like,
Yep.
but
Fuck out of
regardless.
here! I'll expose that motherfucker.
Okay, regardless. What was it? Cause that's the thing though. It's hard watching something in dubbed. No. It's weird when you watch something in sub and then you look up the dub version and it's like, man, that voice just doesn't fit. I think I felt that way when I watched Dr. Stone. I'm watching it all in sub, and I tried listening to it in what was it, dubbed, and I'm like, these voices just don't fit because you're just used to hearing
Makes
it
sense.
in sub,
Exactly.
and then you're listening into it in dub, and I'm like, and that's the thing. If you watched something in dubbed for the first time, and then like maybe you're forced to watch it in subbed, it's like that doesn't bother you one bit because it's like, oh yeah, I can just go to subbed, it doesn't really bother me. But going from dubbed to subbed is okay, but going from sub to dubbed is weird. And I think I've done this a couple times.
Kind of weird.
Because yeah, go on, David.
I was gonna say, with dub, you absolutely have to find the voice that fits. There's so many subs that like they'll get this big brawling. Oh, I almost finished that. I can't. They find this big person, but then they have somebody say like with a more feminine voice voicing them, where you'll get say
Goku.
I don't even know.
Goku's voiced by a female.
Yeah, Goku's voiced by a female.
Goku
that
throws
fits.
me off so much. Oh my god.
Same with Naruto.
Exactly.
Naruto's voiced by a female both times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. I think voice acting is I mean I like to look up voice actors and cross reference like, oh, this person, I heard this person in this show. I've mainly
exactly.
I started paying attention to voice actors when I was into what was it? I talked about it like I was more interested in voice actors when I got into like Mark Hamill's work as the Joker because I knew him as Luke Skywalker in Star Wars. I had no idea he was a famous voice actor that did all these cartoon characters. He did some anime. He was I forgot his name from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I forgot his name, but regardless,
describe him. I got you.
he's the Fire Nation's leader.
Oh, King Ozai?
Or no? Oh,
Fire Lord Ozai? Or
He was him.
Oh.
Which I thought was pretty cool. But now it's like in anime, like I can if I listen to a dub, I can pick up a guy's voice that I'm from, like Matthew Mercer. Like I didn't watch Attack on Titan's dub, but if I listened to Levi, I could probably pick up that up. Mike Pollock is in a bunch of the Studio Ghibli movies that I've heard. He's just kind of a side character, but you can tell it's his voice. Travis Willingham might be in a couple things. And most of you probably don't even like some people who watch this are probably like, who are these voice actors? I'm like, these are like people. Obviously, these are people I now pay attention to. You probably have Laura Bailey out there. Basically anybody from Critical Role. Yeah, just a lot of different people.
I also like how a lot of like famous like anime YouTubers are getting into voice acting now. Like I don't know if you guys heard of Kagi Films.
Mm-hmm.
He like Alejandro Saab. He plays in a lot of stuff now. Then you have like Lian Lee. Amelie, she does covers. She voice acts in a lot of stuff now. Like a lot of like more famous like anime YouTubers are getting into voice acting now.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I hate that I got into a point where I'm just like, yeah, now I just pay attention to who voices who. Because it's like,
I think it's fun to do.
I think that is
It's
fun to do.
very fun to do.
But it's like
I think it's a lot of fun to
there's
do.
character association because I feel like Travis Willingham is put up against like characters who are big. Because he voices like people like Thor, he voices Knuckles, he voices like honestly, he could pass as the voice of Kirishima if he wanted to.
Here's the thing I like about.
No, he could pass up. He could pass up the voice of All Might if he wanted to.
The thing I really like about voice acting in anime is it's similar to when you watch a movie like people in it.
Mm-hmm.
You like to draw conclusions or parallels to other movies. Like, oh, I saw that person. Oh, what are they in? Oh, like they're in that movie. Or like I do that. Like I'll be like, where have I seen that person before?
I do that all the time.
I love to do that with the voices. I mean, sadly, I am not cultured enough to be able to draw those parallels between anime voice or like not anime Japanese voice actors.
No.
Like I can't tell the difference, or like I really won't be able to like hear the difference a lot of times, especially because I'm just like newer into it.
Yeah, because I knew
or into sub, but doing that with dub is fun.
Yeah, because I knew someone who would be like, oh yeah, so I absolutely adore the Japanese voice actor for Bakugo, and I'm like, who's that? And they're like, yeah, the Japanese voice actor like lost his voice or whatever. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, but it's like they'll go off and say like, oh yeah, my favorite Japanese voice actors. I'm like, I don't even know who these people are. And is that my fault? It's just like it's not that, because obviously I listen to some of these animes in subbed, but like, but as I said, I'm not paying attention to their voices more often than not. It's just kind of a passive thing, I guess.
I want to know something.
What was that?
Okay.
I'm assuming we all have something to show, but I would love to know what your guys' favorite piece of anime merch that you have it. And if you can show it, I'd love to see it.
I'll be back in a second. Give me a second.
If you can show it. I can start us off. I'm watching you on my stream cam. I can't see you here. Are you going to show yours?
I have the thing that Brendan gave me for Christmas.
Is that all?
I don't want I have
don't
okay.
show that.
This is personally one of my favorite characters from My Hero, and I swear he's super underrated, but I have Fumikage Tokoyami from My Hero, who's
I'm looking at
Dark Shadow.
I'm looking at the stream.
look
I think
at
the delay is pretty
okay.
heavy on.
I get that, but I love this character.
I'll make sure I'll keep a close eye on it.
You keep a close eye, but this is the man's.
This is my favorite. Dio Brando came in on Monday, and this thing's fucking massive. I have a big head, and it's as big as my head.
It has a
this
huge
is like
statue of Dio
big.
from JoJo.
And then also, I showed you my Cowboy Bebop vinyl.
Yeah.
I also have like an authentic Japanese Spirited Away vinyl that I like. And also the Dimple plush from Mob Psycho 100. I'm a big Mob Psycho fan. I wish we all had seen that so that we could talk about that.
I could watch it.
I definitely would like you guys to watch that. I would like that's an easy watch. It's made by the same guy who made One Punch Man, and there's like it's a lot of similarities, but in my opinion, a better story than One Punch Man. At least better than like it has more possibility to be like a really good overall story. One Punch Man season 1 was great. Like not many shows can touch that. Season 2 is booty sauce, but
I like Garo in it though.
I thought he had a good character.
Yes.
And I'm excited to see what happens if there is a season 3. But
Yep.
I didn't think it just didn't come close to season 1 for me.
Man,
Season 1 was awesome, and the manga, the art, the frames for the manga are insane. I haven't read it. I have 2 or 3 volumes of it, but I do also. Oh, sorry.
I think Sam merch shamed me because I just realized I only have like 3. I have 2 merch.
It's fine.
I have 2 merch things that I bought myself, but I also have a Christmas present I got like 2 years ago from one of Gerald's old friends.
Gift?
Is a
gift?
Yeah,
Next.
sure, we'll go with that. But it was a Todoroki picture that I really like.
Yeah.
But I would
Almost everything I have is a gift. The only figure I've bought on my own volition is Dio. What we do is we always do Christmas. We have not a Secret Santa. We do we all buy gifts for each other, and it's always figures between me and a couple of my friends.
Brendan got me a booby mouse pad, and you've been getting figures. I could have put something on my. I can't even show this to people. I can't even put this on stream.
You can't.
I can show I can hold on. I can show the little a little bit of the head, just a little bit, but I can't show the bottom half of it to anybody. And it's just like
cover the titties.
cover. Just
what?
There
They're
you
covered
go.
up. I mean, they're not exposed.
I didn't buy it.
Oh, We got to put Camden on a list now. He's touching 10-year-old titties.
Hey, I do want to.
It's okay. He almost got me a freaking body pill, and honestly, I would have preferred.
He
that.
should have.
But we had a budget. Okay, what did he even get?
What
Hold
a
on,
fun
I wanna-
budget.
He's
What's
about.
like
He.
$50?
I forget. I was like, I think it was either like $30 or $40.
I'm like staring at my phone
Because
right
like
now,
most of the
waiting.
merch I have,
because
the most of the merch I have over here are video game related because I have the gaming Loot Crate box from Loot Crate, which
They have an anime one.
They do. It's all right.
Hey, Camden.
I've
Bro!
done one of those.
what?
Wait, check chat real quick and probably block that.
Bro, I'm famous enough to
Yeah,
get bots. Let's go.
Camden, make me mine. I'll make it to where you never get those
How do
again.
I-
Before,
make it- okay,
before,
I'll get to that later, but
before we go, because I know we don't have too much time left.
Okay.
I do want to hear. Oh, I love it. I love
we'll-
the tale of Naruto.
It was, I got it for pre-ordering Storm 4. They give you a little like thing.
That's sick. I like
Oh, yeah.
that.
Mhm.
But before, I do really want to hear what you guys are excited for, like upcoming anime, either one that's coming like an upcoming season or an entire new story that's coming out soon. I want to hear.
Okay, two things. Obviously, I'm trying to currently watch Jujutsu Kaisen. I still gotta watch the My Hero episode. Two things I'm looking forward to, and I think they both come out this month. As we said, the Demon Slayer movie comes out next week. I'm actually kind of excited for that.
I'm very excited for that.
And Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2 comes out, I think, this month. I'm positive.
All right.
I cannot wait for that. Because, like,
Alright.
as soon as I finish that series, the first season, I'm like, I need more. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that show.
I like it.
All right.
Mine,
What do you got?
mine's Haikyuu. I'm still looking forward to Haikyuu season 5. I'm so happy for it.
Volleyball anime.
Chills.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten my sister into that. It's like literally anime
You should.
is volleyball. She played
She would love
volleyball. She could totally get into it, but I think she's trying to finish Hunter right now.
Haiku's so good. It's so easy to get into. I love Haikyuu. The character development is great. I honestly don't know. I think it's one of the better like shows for like stories that move the characters along and let. I think it's so good.
People label it as the like pinnacle of new shonen. Like it is shonen as a whole. Like every
Yeah,
single point you
so
need in a
good.
shonen, it has and perfects. So good.
Yeah. David, what about you?
It's been in and out of talk for a while now, but honestly, the 1,000-year Blood War arc from Bleach. They're supposed to be doing the final last little bit of the manga.
Nice.
I haven't seen any Bleach, so I can't.
It's good.
Still need to finish.
Um,
Dr. Stone, but
Mine, I have a couple that are coming out soon. For number one being JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6, Stone
I saw
Ocean
you posted
with
about
Jolene Cujo. So excited about that. I mean, how could I not be? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was my first anime I watched.
The three of us
Jolene's
are obligated to watch that show.
And
now.
Yeah.
Not only that, there's layers to this though. The reason I'm so excited about this season is that it keeps going. It means that they're still making it because apparently Part 7 is one of the best stories in any manga ever. So the top two highest rated mangas are 1, Berserk, 2, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7, Steel Ball Run. Widely regarded as one of the best stories from manga. So I'm very excited for Part 6 because that means we're one more closer to Part 7.
Closer.
But another that I'm really excited for is the manga I recently finished, Chainsaw Man. There's going to be one coming out. The anime is starting next year. Totally read it. It's so good. The guy also made a manga called Fire Punch, which I heard is really good. I need to watch.
I need to finish Solo Leveling. Oh.
Yeah. The another one. I'm just like rattling these things off just because I'm so excited.
At this point, we're creating a list for ourselves. Just
I know.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
I'm reminding myself.
Obviously.
The Girl from the Other Side comes out next year. They had an OVA 10-minute special, but it wasn't that good. Now they have a full-length thing coming out next year. And then also Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 2. I am pumped for that. I'm excited to see what Mappa does.
I forgot about that.
I hope they give it the budget that they've given all of their other projects that they've been working on the past year or so.
Oh,
I want it though.
No,
Like, give me the it's got the pull. It deserves the budget.
See,
I know.
There's that. Okay, so like I said, what did I say? I said Rising of the Shield Hero. I said the Demon Slayer movie, Attack on Titan, the next part of season. What was it for? The new My Hero movie coming out.
Oh yeah, that looks so good. Oh, it looks so good.
I like how each movie it focuses on like another person based on its sequel. Like the first one was mostly about Midoriya, the second one was about Midoriya and Bakugo, and the third one is now going to be like Midoriya, Bakugo, and Todoroki.
Have you seen the costumes for all three of them?
They all look so dope, and I'm like, can these be the permanent costumes for the entire series? Please. Well, you kind of have a glimpse with Bakugo and his turtleneck in this season.
Hold on, I'll be right.
But I think I'm like
I'm the stream now.
Might as well. I said, we gotta stay here until Sam comes back so we can do the little outro here. But
what is it though? Like, I guess the little artwork panels they bring out for the new movie looks so nice.
Yeah, you still haven't seen the second one, haven't you?
I have not. I've seen the ending of it, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
I'm not even a huge fan of it. I have.
Oh my gosh!
So much My Hero manga. And it's funny because that was like another one of that was in the same year as me starting watching. And so I bought one volume, and then I was like, maybe I should buy 2 through 8. And I just bought them all. Like, I spent a bunch of money on eBay.
I bought the first one that I saw at a Hot Topic, and I'm like, do I really want to? If I buy the first one, I have to buy the rest of them, and it's like,
just buy $60 worth of manga.
I wanted to buy the manga for Rising of the Shield Hero because they had it on Crunchyroll, and I'm like, do I want to get this?
From this point on, I'm only gonna buy like a couple volumes of manga that I like, or like animes that I really like, or I'm only gonna get manga for that haven't had adaptations yet. Like I want to get Vagabond because it doesn't have an anime adaptation. I'd rather watch the anime than read the manga just because it's easier and a little bit more enjoying on my part.
Okay, Sam, for future reference, you say you had Christmas house parties, but you just end up getting yourselves mini statues. I want to be a part of it, and just so you remember, on Crunchyroll, I know at the Crunchyroll shop, they have a statue of Raphtalia. That is what I want. I think it
just came out recently.
It did come out recently. No. If you don't give me that one, there is a tiny chibi of Philo. That is the other thing I want. If you can't afford the other one, just give me the tiny little chibi.
It's $43.
Sam, wait, Sam.
We should do one in this little group. We should do a little gift exchange.
You know, we'll get Brendan in this. I don't care. We'll get Brendan in this.
Wait, Sam, who would you say was your favorite waifu in Steins Gate?
Makise Kurusu. They have her figures. The nice ones are pretty expensive.
$229 to $230 for a pre-order right now.
Yeah, but I haven't spent more than $50 on a figure. This is the most expensive one I bought, and it was only. It was only like $36.
What you bought?
The most money.
No, these are gifts. These were all gifts.
The most money I spent on anything, and it hasn't even been delivered yet, and I'm not even going to say what it is yet.
Lightsaber.
It's the lightsaber. We all know.
Yeah. We know. It hasn't been delivered yet, still?
It said it would take up to, 12 to 15 weeks to build it, but it's extra weeks to put in all the extra technology that I had decided to put into it.
You fuck.
I know! Literally, I spent $470 on a damn lightsaber that has cool sound effects. What is wrong with me?
Camden!
I'm sorry.
That's $400!
I'm sorry. But, seriously, this Raphtalia statue...
That's 8 figures.
Sells the lightsaber for $1,000. Yeah, let's get myself more statues.
Camden.
What?
So you're okay with spending $400 on a lightsaber, but not spending $10 for a gift for us, me and David? I see how it is.
Fucking asshole.
Don't put that on me.
And that's the end of the podcast.
That's the end of the episode. Thank you all for joining.
I think you mean that's the end of Camden.
That's the end of me. You will not be seeing me next week because David and Gerald will be after my ass.
I'll be dead.
Oh yeah, I'll basically be dead. I'll be missing out the video game discussion we'll have next week. And holy crap. You're gonna
I'll broadcast for Camden.
Yeah, David's the new host now.
David's the new host. David, you get to take all of it. You can take my computer, everything, because everything. My inheritance goes all to you. Go all to David. All to my father.
What about me?
You get nothing.
I'll be waiting on my lightsaber then.
You get the Doom guy. You get the Doom guy. That's what you get. Anyway,
that's fine.
What an amazing discussion we've had here today. I think this is probably one of my favorite episodes we've done because
I've had fun.
This was definitely fun, especially towards.
I got to show off my plastic toys. I got to show off,
bro. I got to show off my plastic toys. That are
I got to show off my plastic toys. I have other. I don't know how to make a joke off of this without going. It already sounds as bad enough.
Do you like plastic instead of silicone?
I'm more of a plastic fan. Maybe a little bit of wooden toys too. I don't know.
Real quick, Sam, I have a question.
Yes.
How many of those toys have been in your butt?
No, the real question is
when am I going to get a jar?
When am I going to get a jar?
No,
no.
the stream. End the stream. Cut it off. Cut it off.
This is what happens when you go over the time.
This is what happens when you go over. You let David do
this. This is Misaligned Mayhem After Hours.
Bro, just cuts this part and just saves it for another video.
Also, Camden.
Uh-huh.
Is that how you spell mayhem? Is
yes.
In your logo? Is it M-A-Y-E-H-M?
Oh, no!
Oh,
are you kidding me?
Wait,
are you kidding me? I can't believe I never noticed that.
Sam, when did you notice that?
Oh,
I just noticed it just now.
Me?
No joke, just noticed it now.
It's spelled M-A-Y-E-H-M, and that's mayhem.
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 Wait. Did
Oh,
you
no.
The new logos, too?
That is the new logo.
I thought maybe I was just a fucking idiot for a second.
I never
like,
realized that. Oh, my gosh.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's funny.
No, he got it right. He got it right.
No, I didn't.
It's not white.
No, he did not get it right.
I'm looking at it right now. That is not correct.
Yeah, it's not.
How do you spell it?
It's M-A-Y-H-E-M.
E-M. It's spelled M-A-Y-E-H-M. I'm so mad.
E-H-M is the logo that's on.
I'm glad you pointed it out.
Oh, in the logo. I thought you meant in the name.
No,
oh,
the logo.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Well,
that's why I was confused.
All right.
I'm kind of upset, but Sam, I'm glad you pointed it out.
What you have to do now is take that part where we all realize that it's yem, I guess,
Mayhem.
and cut that and put that in the beginning of the episode so that everyone knows from the get-go that we all know that it's messed up. We didn't know in the beginning.
Just so people are aware, this is screwed up. Oh,
you know you spelled it wrong. Like you're gonna get one of those. If
yeah,
you don't
they're gonna get to
address
the
it
end of the
early on.
episode and they're gonna be like,
Exactly.
Oh, that's what
Yeah.
happened. At least I realized, or at least Sam made me realize it.
Thank you.
It took the whole stream just to
man,
realize that mayhem was spelled wrong. I was so proud of my new logo that I didn't even realize that it was spelled wrong.
Oh, you have to go do so much work to mix around the letters now, don't you?
No, it's fine. It's not a hard task. It's just going to take me a good 10, 15 minutes to fix. But
I'm glad I was able to.
Thank you, Sam, for making me realize it. What a way to end the stream.
Yeah.
Talk about mayhem. Mayhem.
Yeah.
Talk about mayhem. Mayhem. God, that's the. By the way, that's the name of the channel now. We're no longer Misaligned Mayhem. We're now Misaligned Mayhem.
Mayhem.
It's like saying ma'am, but like extended, like
Ma'am.
It's
With
ma'am.
a southern accent. Ma'am.
welcome to Misaligned Mayhem.
Misaligned Mayhem.
That's not bad. No, absolutely not. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is gonna suck when I have to edit this, but
You'll be fine.
just puts in a placeholder over the entire video. I could do that, to be honest, but anyway. Thank you for enjoying our stream today, because especially this last part, for those who tuned in, I think we got a total of 12 people max today.
Oh wow, nice.
I think that's pretty dope.
I'm gonna plug myself if that's okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me wrap this up before anything else inappropriate decides to leak.
No, I want to plug my social handles. It's just Sam here on Twitch and Twitter.
Oh, it's just Sam giving himself a shout out here. I thought I already did that at the beginning.
You did, but I just want to remember. I want everyone. I want to remind everyone.
All you can find our tag at Misaligned Mayhem.
Hey, also don't forget to check out the Hessian Army.
Oh yeah, he was in here. I mentioned him once throughout the entire thing.
Nah.
He wasn't here. He didn't want to be a part of the anime topic, anyways.
And
Second rate, it's okay.
You don't have to. Don't check him out. I'm just kidding. Give him the love.
Give him the love.
Go check him out.
Go check him out
Actually,
on Twitch.
if we're being honest, don't forget to check out this bigfollows.com because
Get him.
These fucking guys.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up before it gets any weirder. Well, thanks for tuning in, and you can check out our next episode about video games next week. So thanks for joining us.
That Misaligned Mayhem.
Add that, yeah.